Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Okay, welcome to the KVJ After the Show Podcast for your Wednesday. Good to have the Bird back with us here today.
It's good to be back.
Yes, very, very nice. You went and got yourself a negative COVID test, which is all good.
Yep, and then I have a doctor appointment on Friday to go in depth with my blood work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You did the whole blood panel thing?
I've been feeling off, so I just want to just see what's going on. You know, it could be a billion different things, but
It's smart.
It's the time to do it right this second.
Everybody should do it. If you feel anything is wonky, I mean, you pay all this money for health insurance, so use it.
Yes.
Make sure you know, because the worst thing is like stressing about it and not knowing and feeling something weird in your body, and then I got the pank-cank.
Well,
and you think for months you got pancreatic cancer when you just have an upset tummy.
First of all, I don't have an upset tummy. Stop.
I'm not saying you do.
Well, yesterday
I'm not saying you have pank-cank either. I'm saying speculative. Anybody could think those things. I wasn't talking about you. It's not always about you.
Sorry I'm defensive, but you ended the fucking podcast yesterday. Jaybird's shitting here, he's shitting there, he's shitting everywhere. Holy fuck, like a Dr. Seuss book.
I don't remember saying that.
Yeah, you ended the podcast. My shit's fine. I'm good.
Prove it.
I'm actually great. How you doing, Kevin?
I do fantastic over here. I just sit in amazement. See what's going on over here. So good to have you back.
It is great to be back.
Yes, I could tell. Yeah, so some questions here because you had just on Monday, what were your symptoms? What were you feeling? Because I missed the whole thing. I walked in Monday morning, and they're like, hey, by the way, Jaybird's not going to be here. I was like, what's going on? They're like, well, he came in and he laid down.
Virginia sent him home.
I didn't get clarity on it. So for people that are kind of curious, what happened on Monday? You come into the station and then what?
I hadn't been feeling well. Like I said, all of the symptoms. And then I came in on Monday because I thought it really was my diet because I changed it up with the caffeine and all that. And I thought it was a caffeine crash. And I was sitting in the back room, and I got here earlier than I normally do.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there, and I'm telling Suits and Denny's, and Virginia wasn't here yet.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of openly talking with them, and then Suits goes, oh, I don't know, man. Those are the symptoms I was having. I wasn't even thinking about corona at all. And Virginia is getting into work, and she hears the tail end of talking about a fever and not feeling well. And she walks in, I go, hey, V, yeah, I'm not feeling well. And that was pretty much how, you gotta go home.
Oh, no. And then that was it, huh?
I did not
Use my broom, but fly your ass out of here.
I didn't want to go home, but I did not fight about it because I did not have the will or energy to even put up any kind of argument.
Too tired to deal with that,
Well,
huh?
I figured I already got the COVID test. I said, I got the COVID test. I had the antibodies. It doesn't matter. And I just went home.
You don't have the antibodies.
I was going to say,
What I mean is I went and got tested for the antibodies,
Right.
and I'm good. I never had
But that
corona.
means you haven't had it yet. You're still susceptible to get it. That has no bearing on giving you a negative or positive current corona diagnosis.
Yeah, but I figured if you haven't had the antibodies and I had just gotten that, and then I also tested negative, I thought I was in good shape.
Okay.
I thought I was.
You felt like you were fine.
I did.
The question is what is this
I
thing?
didn't think it was corona.
Okay. But, that's kind of the deal anymore. It could be anything. You feel a little off. You sneeze.
That is what sucks because you thought I was going to be able to go get that test that day.
I didn't realize they weren't open that Monday. Is it every Monday that they're closed?
I'm not sure, but it totally it does. Like I heard you talk about it yesterday. It does fuck people who aren't sick. They just might be off a bit.
Yeah, it's been a little wonky as far as like the testing times. We had to go through all that. And so, everybody was having to get tested in my family and jobs want that. They're like, oh, negative test, got to have one. And so I remember we had dealt with that as well, saying, why are they closed today? It was just kind of weird. And it might be changing too, looking at the case numbers. and kind of where they are. And it seems, like maybe less people might be going out to do the testing. I just know that, like I'd said, when I was there to get my last negative test, I was the only person there. And I remember the first time I got it done, there was a small line. It didn't take me long. I still was through, but there was about 5 or 6 cars in front of me with 3 lines each.
The rapid testing is way quick. I mean, it's super quick.
They get you in, they get you out.
Both times I did it, I was like, holy shit, this is quick. In fact, I was there early. I looked at my clock. I'd already taken my test, and I was already back home. It wasn't even 11:45 yet.
Wow, okay.
And my appointment was at 11:45.
Yeah, no, it's very efficient. It's just knowing what those hours are. And like I said, once you know the ins and outs of it, it's pretty easy. You just got to get those hours down and what days. That I'm not sure of, but I do know, and people keep asking, it is the Gov2Go app. G-O-V, the number 2, then go. You download that. You make your appointment. 4 locations in South Florida. Find out what the days and times are on that, but the appointment will basically let you know.
And you can switch your location up, too. If you want to get it on a Saturday and Fit Team Ballpark at the Palm Beaches isn't doing it on Saturday, Hard Rock may be doing it on a Saturday. You can change that date and that location to see who's doing it when.
And no, I'm not really mad at Virginia right now. Dang, Bird's really mad at Virginia right now. No.
You're good.
No, this is a podcast. Aren't we supposed to riff each other? And
I'm really mad at you.
well, I know. No. I know when Virginia's mad, and the worst is if Virginia's mad, and then you have to go do something on the air. That is the worst.
Nobody's mad. We're just ribbing.
Yeah, I know it's mad here.
Ribsy.
So if you kind of know the ins and outs, then you can expedite the process and get yourself tested. And like I was saying yesterday, it would be really nice, and I hope we get to a place where you can, your boss can, send everybody home with 2 or 3 COVID tests that you'll be able to do yourself, and we get to that point, so you will know whether you've got it or not, and people aren't having to miss work. And this really is just having the knowledge.
I'm glad to know I'm negative, and that's all good.
Yeah, you don't want to be the guy that spreads it around work.
No, well, I would never want to do that.
Nobody
at all.
wants to be that.
I do want to figure out why I am having terrible dizzy spells. So that's
you're
what
doing it
we're
right.
going to figure out.
You're doing it right. You're going to the doctor on Friday. You're going to get it figured out.
Man, do not look up dizzy spells for medical stuff on the internet.
It could be one of 800 things.
You're totally fucked.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be dead by Tuesday.
Everything you read about dizzy spells. Oh, yeah, you've got corona aneurysms.
Jessica said, I can't remember what symptoms Kevin and Suits had. Can you remind me? I remember them being different. I started with a cough on, whatever day it was. And, I got up, I woke up in the morning and it was just a little bit of a tickle. And I get bronchitis once a year, and usually in July. And I think this is the end of 1st of August, somewhere around there?
It was just a little late for you, but it's normal for you to get bronchitis in the summer.
In that time of year. And so I'm like, well, okay, so that's what it is. And I think, what was it? I was in... It started progressively. I did the show on Monday, and then in the afternoon it started to get worse. And I remember I texted you guys that Monday night. I'm like, hey, I need to find out what this is. Went to MD Now. Because I didn't know the ins and outs of the testing at that point. I wish I'd have known Gov2Go and all that kind of good stuff.
Right. You went to an MD Now location that didn't do the testing, too, because that was back when they had them separated. So some locations, they wanted you to go to get the testing if you had symptoms. And some locations, you didn't have all the symptoms, maybe just a couple of them. And that's where I guess we probably should have sent you to get a test. We didn't do that.
I went in and I asked them because they said, hey, if you have COVID, you are not supposed to be here. You need to go to another location. I said, well, you tell me if I do. I said, I got because, I had my sense of taste and I could smell and I did.
You didn't have a fever.
My fever was, I had no fever. I was 97 degrees and all that kind of stuff. And I said, I get bronchitis. You can look, and they're like, yeah, every year you're here about this time for bronchitis. I said, I think that's what I've got. And they said, okay, because I had no fever and I had no other symptoms. They're like, the doctor will see and look at it. And he looked at it. He said, yeah, it's bronchitis. And then he gave me my Zithromax that I always get every year and sent me on my way.
Whoever told me to go to Walgreens and they're doing...
Somebody called in and said that.
Yeah, that's why we can never listen, because I was 30 minutes trying to get a hold of Walgreens, and it's not real. What I think people get confused. We were looking for rapid testing. It's going to take 2 or 3 days to get the results.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they do have good snacks. I do love the snack selection at Walgreens. You can go in there and live like a king or a queen.
So anyway, and I think Suits just headache was the only thing if I'd noticed, because I think it was day 12 of having the bronchitis, I thought, that I had tested positive for the COVID.
You felt a little rundown. And I think you might have had bronchitis first and then somewhere picked up the COVID on top of it.
Dr. Sinicki over here clearly knows. She's done the research.
Well,
Yes.
I can just tell by looking at you.
Suits, your symptoms were what?
So it started out with, like I said, it was extreme exhaustion, and it was the tension headache you get really bad, but a dull throbbing pain. So I just went home and thought that I had to sleep it off, but I noticed a very small cough. I had minor muscle aches. It was weird. It was like symptoms kind of changed out.
Well,
I
you're
never
a
had them
baby,
all at the
too.
same time.
You're such a young guy.
Were you able to toss off, or was that kind of like, was that something where you're like, I'm not even thinking on a sexual level right now?
I was a little off the first few days.
Okay, because even when I'm sick, even when I'm in the worst, I can still,
Well, I just had no energy. I mean, I was sleeping like 10 hours during the day before I went to bed.
You're normal. You don't tug it when you're sick.
That's Generation Z again, not fucking going.
Millennial
about it
by
They
like
don't
a year.
They don't
Yeah.
want it.
The work mule over here. He tugs it no matter what.
He fights through it.
The work mule.
Yeah.
I don't hate that.
Fights through it. Yeah, and the headache seems to be one of the interesting things. And yesterday I was talking about how they're finding some neurological type things, and maybe the headaches. That's one of the little side benefits of having that COVID is that.
Well, I
apparently
really didn't think I had it just because
Yeah.
I hadn't heard anything about that particular symptom until that point. So I was just getting the test because I felt like I could work. I just wasn't feeling 100%. Let me just get the test. This way I can come back. Nobody's freaked out. And then the thing came up positive. And honestly, it was shocking because I really didn't think I had it. And then I got the positive result, and that just kind of started everything.
The most common symptoms I'm hearing now is fatigue is number one. You just are like, I am wiped out, and then the headache.
I'm always fatigued.
But that's what it felt like over the weekend. Even walking into work on Monday, I mean, I was so prepared to come in and do the show, but the fatigue, still the fatigue right now is not. I mean, I'm not at all by any means 100% with energy. It's like something zapped me, and that's what Suits said to me. He goes, it's the same thing I was getting, Bird. That's when Virginia walked in.
Yeah.
It was bad timing.
It was
Yeah.
bad timing, Pennington.
I can hear you down the hall. Wait, did somebody say fatigue?
No, someone said the word fever, and you hear Virginia. Who said fever?
Did you have a fever, Suits?
No, that was the weird thing. I was
Yeah.
checking it like every hour because I was so paranoid I was going to get the fever, but I never got anything.
Well, I think this is the problem because, they're doing fever checks everywhere. And so I think we're all like thinking, okay, well, if you got a fever, then look out COVID. But I'm talking to so many people now, and that's what threw me was I'm like, I never once had a fever. I never got over 97. I didn't crack into 98.
My
with any kind
sister,
of
my
fever.
sister told me this a few weeks ago. She's like, fever is not a surefire way to tell if somebody's got the coronavirus.
When we were getting our temperature done at MD Now, Virginia's was, I think, 97.4 or something. She goes, wouldn't that be fun if it was 97.9? And the room was crickets. Is this thing on?
I'm an asshole for saying the joke. You're a bigger asshole for repeating it.
Whatever. Oh, Jaybird's shitting everywhere, Kev.
Everywhere.
He's got that loose bung.
He said, yeah, I shit on the wall, shit on the tree. I think he said something like that.
I never said that.
Whatever.
Yeah, Bobby Bowden, the Florida State coaching legend, he has been transported to the hospital.
Oh, no.
Yesterday afternoon with the COVID. He turns 91 next month. Now, they say he was readmitted as a precautionary measure due to fatigue. And he's been dealing with something else. He's got some kind of leg injury that is going on that he's trying to rest from. And his wife was already saying that he sleeps most days just because of that. So he's got even added fatigue, and that's what his deal is with the coronavirus.
Anytime I hear about fatigue, I wasn't worried about corona. You know what I'm nervous about? I'm nervous about Lyme disease.
Yes.
I'm outside
I'm
a lot.
nervous about that, too.
I'm outside a lot, and this was a very odd kind of just zapped of energy. It's still, like I'm saying, I don't want to be like Avril.
My friend got the Lyme, and it rocked him.
There it is.
I mean, it messed him up. Knocked that dick in the dirt.
Who needs to freak out with a WebMD when you can just have a friend named Virginia Siddick?
Bring it to me. I'll tell you all about it.
I don't think my poor dick could handle being knocked in the dirt right now.
She's got you. Yeah, and somebody texted in, does Virginia not realize that the antibodies leave your system after a few months?
I do realize that, but I just got the test, so
Yes.
let me live in my happy little la-la land for a few fucking weeks.
Yeah.
Sit the fuck down. I at least have until, I think, Halloween.
The F-bombs are flying on this one.
Yeah.
I got tested for them back in May, and I did not have them. So I know they're fresh. They're at least June, July, August, September fresh.
Okay.
So I'm feeling I'm good. I'm good till Halloween.
Don't you love hearing Virginia work out medical stuff live on the air? I just love Kevin. You definitely Kev. You definitely had the bronch first. Then
Definitely.
you had COVID.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Then you gave it to
Yeah.
Suits, but you didn't know that you did that. What the fuck
Yeah.
are you talking about?
I know shit.
She's got it all figured out.
I do.
Virginia's got it all figured out.
This is
Well,
my friend.
prove me wrong, fuckers.
This is my friend Dr. Know It Nothing.
Somebody asked, do they have a test for the bronchitis? I don't think it is. It's just a diagnosis. They just look, and the guy looked at the back of my throat, and that was really about it. He did the whole breathing and listened to my chest, and I guess, he could hear the congestion, and he was like, okay, from whatever his expertise is from diagnosing things, that's how he did it.
Based on your medical history,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you probably had both.
Yeah.
Plus, you're the bronch. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
You've got a shirt and and like bumper stickers.
You get something a lot when you got a T-shirt that talks about your ailment.
Which that's a great T-shirt.
it is a
is.
great T-shirt.
Yeah. Yesterday, I got a tweet, and somebody had seen the latest percent positive for the state of Florida, which had gone up to 5.26%. Like, oh, you get past 5%, look out. And they were like, help positive K. Florida's COVID-19 positivity rate tops 5% for the first time in 2 weeks.
Well, shit.
Oh, look out. Look out. So she wanted my positive spin. So it's like, you can give me the negative side of COVID, and I'll spin it. I'll give you the positive side.
And then my friend over here will spin it right back.
We'll spin it right back. Spin it around.
You get finished with this show, you're gonna be dizzy.
Yeah, it
You
will.
are. I'm watching both of you. It's ping pong,
Yeah.
ping pong.
Well, look at that. Counterpoint. How does it go? Point, counterpoint.
I don't know. I'm just over here living my worst life.
And if you're curious, I responded and I told her, I said, basically, cases do not alarm me. I watched the hospitalizations, and as of September 26, the rate of cases to hospitalizations was 0.77%, so it's radically low. Palm Beach and Broward are still below 4%. So deaths are at 59. Most didn't happen in the last 24 hours.
You hear that, Virginia? Sounds like Positive K. Just join them.
The World Health Organization, they're now estimating that approximately 1 in 10 people worldwide have been affected by coronavirus. That's more than 20 times the number of confirmed cases. So if the number of cases go up by 20 times, you know what that does to the death rate? Plummets. It's going to go way, 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 way down.
I believe that to be a factual statement. A lot more people have it than know they had it.
Do you have back problems from carrying all that positivity on them shoulders?
It's, you know what? No, because positivity's light.
Oh, look at that. He's got fucking quips.
Yeah.
I can tell I've been off. I'm dropping a lot of F-bombs.
And, one thing that I saw, too, because people will, when I would put out something like the numbers, like, for instance, okay, hey, look at, Broward County's at 3.61% yesterday. People be like, I don't know, we have to go on Johns Hopkins University, and they, the state of Florida is lying about their case numbers. The thing I didn't realize about Johns Hopkins University, they don't exclude repeated results for the same individual. And remember, I got 3 tests in 6 days. So that number that looks a lot higher than the state of Florida, I would have gotten counted twice on their numbers.
Gotcha.
That's not a new case. That's the same dude who's like, I got to get back to work, damn it. I'm going every other day to get a test. So every time I go get a negative, ding, it pings. That's not a whole new case.
You're breaking things open. You're letting the people know.
Yeah. So I saw that yesterday. I was like, okay, well, that explains why that number's different then.
That number's off, and then the number of people that had it is off because not everybody knows they have it. So dudes like you were getting counted twice, and some dudes walking around with COVID have no idea they have COVID. So the number cannot be trusted on either end.
Yes. So, but like I said, there's a lot of positives that are out there with this whole thing. And we'll see. Hopefully, my goodness, as we get into the holidays, we'll start focusing on that. Life will start getting back to normal somewhere along the way.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Somebody had said, hey, in the Pickle Squad, Cesar sent this in, and Builder Square, you're not imagining, but like we'd said, it was around. But like I thought, it got swallowed up by Home Depot.
That's my boy Caesar. He's got my back. I love that guy.
Yeah.
I'm glad he remembers that.
So there you go.
Did anybody else say anything else about Builder Square when I said that? I was expecting other people to back me up. No, you guys never heard of that.
Never.
I hadn't, but I think it was a Florida home improvement store, so that makes sense. They were gobbled up by Home Depot by the time Virginia and I got here. It said there was one at Lantana and Jog, where the Lantana Home Depot is currently.
There was another place, and I don't know if this was a South Florida or a Florida thing. Did you guys have a sporting goods store called Oshman's?
Yes.
I remember that name, yeah.
We had Oshman's.
We loved Oshman's because you could really get affordable, cheap shit there for your athletics. Now, some of this stuff is very expensive.
Mm-hmm. And it says here, if you walk into a local Home Depot and you see the structural columns of the building's roof inside the bay, you're shopping in or right up against the bay where it may be hard to take something off the shelf. The store were mostly like Builder Square before.
Wait, what?
I have no idea. I just read what it said there. I don't even know what that means.
Was a Builder's Square store used to be a Home Depot, and you can tell by
if you kind of like look in the rafters, you can see some of the remnants of what the Builder's Square setup was. I believe is what that was all about.
Did you guys have a store named Ames? Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, we had Ames in my town in Logan. We had an Ames. It used to be Murphy's Mart, and then it changed into Ames.
It was Ames, and then I think it turned into Zayres. Did you guys have a Zayres?
I never remember the name. We didn't have a lot though.
Zayres.
They're all basically the same shitty department store, just with a different name.
We didn't have
and
that.
new employees.
Mm-hmm. And let me see. He said V was talking about how Home Depot has been doing well. A lot of stores, are making Black Friday type money for a long time since Corona has had people at Home Depot doing home improvement. They do a bi-yearly success sharing bonus, and associates were extremely happy with their September bonuses this year.
Wow. You know, I'm happy for them. It is good to see that some people are doing well in Corona. A lot of people are doing terrible, and for those people, it's heartbreaking and sad. I'm happy for the Home Depot people that work there. They're doing better.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
I'm pulling for the Builder Square people.
I think they're dead and gone.
I think they are.
Rest in peace, BS.
Got a bunch of stuff here, including a question from Felix. Did Jaybird check with his mortgage lender before buying a car? If he took out a loan, it's possible that his approved mortgage amount changed depending on his debt-to-income ratio.
No.
Jason should reach out to his lender and confirm.
He's good.
Before
Yeah, I bought it outright.
We took care of that.
Yeah, I don't have any car payments. I took it out of my savings, so we're all good. I appreciate everyone telling me that I fucked my life up because that's not the first one. No, I know that, and I'm kidding. I know you're trying to help, but no, we're all covered. We're good.
We didn't let him go by himself. He's got people around him helping him.
That, and I'm not as dumb as people think either. I'm not gonna fuck up my finances because of the house situation. Although, talk to me in a year.
It's looking like it may work out perfect.
I'm hoping.
Knock on the wood.
I'm hoping. Kev, if we get this house, that means you can come over for a pool party. It's got a pool.
No way. That's amazing.
I know.
I love that.
And it's a childhood house that I love to go to. My best friend, this is his childhood house.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, my best
Your
friend.
mama's best friend, too.
Yeah, so growing up, my buddy, me and him were best friends, and my mom and his mom were best friends. So this is this house means a lot to me. This is where my mom and Ann, every Friday night, my mom had panic disorder. She only went to the restaurant, the grocery store, and to this house. They'd always play cards and, rummy.
So you almost grew up in this house.
This house, if it could work out, it would be amazing. I'm also prepared if it doesn't.
But I think things are lining up.
It would be nice.
It sounds like it's working out, and I think your mother is smiling down.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But that'd be cool to have y'all come over for the housewarming if it works out.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have a blowout.
That would be awesome.
Corona friendly.
That's just us.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding.
Good.
You didn't catch it from us the first go round, but when me and Kevin catch it for the second time, hopefully we won't give it to you then either.
Well, I kind of, in a weird way, I kind of want it.
You want it because Kevin had it and you think it's cool?
No, I just, it was all, because you threw the antibody thing right in my face. Bitch, you didn't have antibodies, so you can still get it. I just want people to get off my ass.
Yeah, it looks like it's about a 3-month thing that you get basically a 3-month pass, and then, who knows what's happening to the virus because it seems like it's a little different than even when we first saw it. So, yeah, probably sometime right after the holidays, I'm a candidate for it again. But, the reality is it seems like it's going to be around, and probably about everybody going to get it.
Yeah. You just hope you're not the guy that gets it twice.
Oh,
Might be.
You don't want to be Corona Carl twice, Kevin. Or you either.
Might happen.
Connie COVID.
I don't know that the next time, hopefully we have society kind of set up a little bit better so that we're not having to, if you got it, you got it, you go take care of it. We know exactly how long you're going to be
Well, none
contagious.
of us, I mean, when you had it and when Suits had it and when I guess I had it, none of us took any medicines that were needed for it. But I don't know. I feel like if we got something like the president got, we could knock it out in a matter of hours or days.
I think we're going to be better. I think very soon, as soon as we get things settled down and readjusted and get out some more truth, then I think that probably by the early part of the year, we will handle it like we would handle a cold.
You hear that positive case? Sounds like Negative V is getting a little politically motivated over there.
I don't know. I'm just telling you. He looked like he bounced back a lot quicker than most motherfuckers I saw go to the hospital.
Yeah.
He was out in a matter of hours. Whatever he gets, I want that.
Impressive,
When
yeah.
I get the corona, give me that drug cocktail because that thing works.
Let me see. We got an interesting kudos to Jaybird from Bruce. Said, I heard a review of a UFC fight by Jay. It was well written and well delivered. I was surprised to discover he is not just comedy relief and pizza ads. He is a legit sportscaster. Did you do a UFC review?
I don't remember that at all.
I was going to say
Doesn't
that
sound like you.
that didn't sound like you. Is there another Jason Pennington writing?
There's a few Jason Penningtons out there.
Yeah.
From what I hear, a couple of them are real pricks, Virginia.
Well, one I'm looking at is a little dicky too.
I learned it from you. I was a sweetheart before this show.
Whatever.
Okay, got another good read for you from Mike. He said, a book, if you're up for a read, it's called Dead of Night, the true story of a serial killer. He's from Fort Lickerdale. Also, he is my wife's cousin.
Oh.
It is a really crazy read that hits close to home. Hope you like it. And go F yourself. And please tell Kevin to watch Altered Carbon. I know it's canceled, but the first 2 seasons are great. It's in my queue list.
Do you know what the serial killer was, or the murderer was? Did it have a name?
He didn't say that, no.
I don't know if I said this, so if I forgive me if I am repeating myself. Remember that one story that was out in the news where the guy, he killed his whole family, his wife and the 2 girls, and he put them in the oil rig, and it was a big story. And he lied. He met a new girl. And then the cops, they busted his ass within a day. He did everything wrong. He kind of a good-looking guy, too. He had the gray hair. I know you know who he is. Well, they have a documentary right now on Netflix. And because of the wife that he killed, she was so active on social media. It's a pretty recent case. They told the story and almost narrated it through her Facebook post and a lot of their Facebook videos with their kids and showed a timeline. Someone in the chat room will absolutely know what I'm talking about, the name of it, but very, very good. It's one of the newer ones on Netflix right now.
Okay.
As soon as someone says the name, I'll tell you what it is, but it's really, really good. You know that story. I think you reported on it, Virginia.
He put him in an oil rig?
His daughter, yeah, it's really bad details.
That's twisted.
His wife was pregnant too. He wanted nothing to do with their life. And he met a new girl. His wife went away on some work thing for 3 weeks. He meets this other woman and just fucking falls for her and then ends all their lives for a new life.
Disgusting pig.
And Shannon Watts, thank you, Chris Watts, the Watts story.
Okay.
It's on, if you like that kind of stuff and you're interested, the way I thought you would like it, Kev, because they really took the social media and made that a big part of how they narrated it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Very well done.
Mm-hmm. And where do you check this out?
Netflix.
Netflix.
Yep.
Okay. They have a lot of murder on Netflix?
A lot of murder. They know it does well. I feel like every quarter they've got that new murder documentary. You had the Making of a Murderer.
They're always chasing that Tiger King.
They're always chasing that murder, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me see. We got some food stuff, including this email from Melissa. She has got a 3-year-old Sauce King, like Jay Bird. There he is with his shark shirt with nuggets in its mouth.
What an adorable child.
Yeah, it's nuggets. Got 4 different kinds of sauces there. The Chick-fil-A Polynesian,
Love it.
Chick-fil-A sauce, ketchup, yellow mustard, all kinds of good stuff. So
Cutie.
loves that. There's a couple other new food items to check out. Fruity Pebbles candy bars have been spotted in stores. That's interesting. A candy bar made out of Fruity Pebbles.
That could work.
Yeah.
I don't know if Fruity Pebbles and chocolate would work, though.
Yeah, I think it looked like a white chocolate maybe if it had anything on
That
it.
would work.
Yeah, And also, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins have teamed up for a milkshake that has donuts blended in and tastes like pumpkin cheesecake.
Oh, baby. That sounds wonderful.
I'm not a huge pumpkin guy, but that shit would taste amazing.
Yeah.
I can't hear this right now. I'm on a juice cleanse.
It's probably how you prepare the pumpkin, too. I'm sure you can make pumpkin next level.
Yeah, pumpkin cheesecake, that's putting the best of 2 worlds together.
I've had those cereal bars before. There's a Fruity Pebble. I didn't love them for whatever reason.
Cereal bar and candy bar are different.
Yeah.
Is this a cereal bar or is this a candy
Look
bar?
like it's a candy bar.
I'm actually surprised they don't do more different flavors with candy bars. I'd seen one the other day. I think it's Kit Kat. Just got into some kind of an apple pie chocolate Kit Kat game. Thinking that's interesting. Why the shit are we waiting now? It's 2020. We couldn't have come up with that in the 90s.
Preach.
He's got a soapbox. He's going.
I was apparently wrong about some of the details I was giving out about that documentary. I'm about 80% right. Just go watch the documentary yourself. It's really good.
Okay.
Okay. Some things to go check out. All right. Well, it's good to have the bird back here.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Just
Nice to be back.
2
It's your
days
fake
left.
COVID.
Fake ass COVID.
Yep. It's good you're well. Somebody again saying, hey, can you rename that app? It's Gov2Go, G-O-V, the number 2, then go. If you feel a little bit squirrely, you want to go get that quick rapid test, you can go do it there.
It's easy to do too. Both times I signed up, I didn't really have any problems with it.
Yep. Okay. So you guys stay healthy. Well, go win yourself some groceries too. The KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway, 2 and 5 p.m. today. Sign up, WRMF.com. Get $200 in free groceries. Thank you to Scott Smith Injury Law. You guys have an amazing day, and we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.